Hey guys, welcome back to our channel Naughty Threads. Just in case you're watching our video for the first time, do subscribe to our channel and also hit the bell icon so that you get all our future updates. So here again I have tried my own design. Since it's lockdown, I'm just bored sitting at home, so I am trying new designs with whatever available material I have at home. So this is my sari and I have worked this kind of design using eye-shaped gold beads, crystals and silk thread. So watch the video till the end and you will know how easy it is to work this design, and you can start dazzling your saris all by yourself. So now without any delay, let's get started. So we'll first see how to make these. Since my sari is double color, I have worked this in both the colors. I have measured and I've checked how many pieces I will need, and I have worked that much number. So few are in orange and few are in pink. For this I've used these kind of beads. These are gold beads with holes in the corners here as well as here. So this is what I have used to crochet this part, and then we'll be working a flower below that. So today I'm going to use my regular needle number 10, along with that 6 strands of silk thread, and I have already added crystals like this. So these are 4 mm size crystals. I will be needing 5 crystals for each flower. So you'll have to first add these crystals and then start off by knotting the thread to this bead. We'll make 1 or 2 knots. This is how we are going to attach the thread to the bead. So after attaching the thread, I'm going to insert the needle below the knot like this and take a loop. So now that we have a loop on the needle, we'll start working our single crochets. So working around the bead is very simple. You just have to work single crochets. I am not counting. I'm just going to work continuously. The main reason is to cover the bead. So along with that, I'm also trying to hide the tail or the piece of thread that was left after knotting. So continue working until you reach this corner. I have finished working around the bead and I have reached the point where I've started. So at this stage I've slided all my beads towards this side. Now we'll just work a chain as soon as we push one bead. So the bead is already here. I'm just going to lock it using a chain stitch. So we'll do the same thing with the rest of the beads. Again slide a bead and work a chain stitch. So this way we'll add all the 5 beads. So this is how it should look at this stage. Now I'm going to turn the ring and skip 1 and 2 stitches, and in the third stitch I'm going to fix this using a single crochet. So once we have worked single crochet, again turn it like this. The beads should be towards your left side and the ring should be towards your right. Now start working 4 chains and then 1 single crochet in between these 2 beads. remember we worked a chain after the bead, so that is the place where you're going to work one single crochet. So do the same thing for the rest of the beads. This will form the baseline to work the petal in our next step. So 4 chains and 1 single crochet. So for the last bead, I'm just going to work next to the bead. So we'll turn the work again, and I'm going to work 1 chain and 5 double crochets in the 4 chain loop. So that is what will form a petal. So 5 double crochets is what we are working. So this is my 5th stitch. So after 5 double crochets, I'm going to work a single crochet inside the previous single crochet, just to give it a petal shape. And once the single crochet is done, we'll again do 1 chain and 5 double crochets in the next loop. So that's how you will continue all the petals. And once I reach the last petal, I'll show you guys how to knot and trim the extra thread. So here I finished working all 5 petals, and this is how it looks. Now I'm just going to work a single crochet in the same place where we initially started. So after a single crochet, I'm going to work a chain and trim off the extra thread. So I'm going to trim it here. So the loop that is on the needle, I will pull that and make a couple of knots so that the thread is intact. So first you will have to get all these pieces ready, and then we'll have to attach it to the pallu. So I have worked about 12 pieces in one color and 13 pieces in one color because I'm going to place them at around 2 inches gap. So this extra thread I'm going to again trim it. Like I've left about half an inch and I've trimmed the extra. So I'm going to consider this side as the wrong side because this is slightly flat and this has that nice bulged effect. So I'm going to take this as my right side and this as my wrong side. So using glue, I will stick that bit of thread. I'm using very little glue and I'm going to paste it like this so that the knot is not visible on this side. So that's how I have got all these pieces ready. So the next step is to attach it to the sari. So we'll see how to do that. So on the pallu I have marked at a distance of 2 inches and I've started attaching these. I'm just using a small gold bead to attach it so that it neatly hangs like this. So since I've worked 2 colors, I am attaching it in an alternate way, and like in the previous video, even this will kind of turn around. It's not going to stay like this, but since both the sides are neat, that's okay. It won't make much of a difference. So to attach this, I am using cotton thread. I have taken pink color because the pallu is pink, and I have inserted 2 strands in a normal sewing needle like this. I've knotted the end already. So here is my next mark, and I'm going to start off by getting the needle from wrong side to the right side. So same way, I'm going to pierce the fabric and loop the thread so that it forms a knot. I'm going to repeat the same step once again, and then I'll add a bead. Now here I've added orange, so I'm going to take my pink color. So this is the right side. I'm going to insert the needle below the stitch like this, right in the corner, and insert the needle back into the bead. Pull it tight so that no empty thread is seen, and go back from right side to the wrong side of the pallu. So this is good enough because I am working with 4 strands of cotton thread. So I'll flip the pallu and I'll make a knot. So to knot, I'm just going to pick up little bit of the fabric and loop the thread around the needle. Repeat the same thing one more time and trim off the extra thread. So it's very easy to attach these. I think 2-inch distance is good enough, because if it gets too close, it might not look that good. Let me just show it to you guys. If it is so close, it won't look that good. So around 1.5 to 2-inch gap is good enough. So we'll continue the same thing and finish working this sari, and then I'll show you guys the final look. So here is the finished look. I kind of really love the way it falls when we drape the pallu. So I'm happy with the way this design turned out. Just to give you a rough idea of how many pieces I worked 13 pieces in pink and 12 pieces in orange, and I have placed them at 2-inch gap. In case you want them to be a little closer, you can do, or if you want it a little away from each other also, you can try. So this is how it has turned out, and I draped the pallu and it looks really nice when we wear the sari. So I'm happy about how this turned out. In case you like this design, do give us a thumbs up, and if you happen to try this design, share the pictures on our Facebook group, which is called the Crochet Club by Knotty Threads. And in case you have not subscribed to my new vlog channel, that is Kanika Reddy Vlogs, do subscribe, wherein I'll be showing you a lot of my sari collections, how I got my blouse work done and sari kuchu and all of that. Along with that, you will also get to see a little bit of my personal life, my pets and my cooking skills. So I guess that's about it. Follow us on Pinterest and Instagram, where you'll get to see our latest updates, and also visit our blog knottythreads.net. In case you want the material, you can always visit knottythreads.com to place orders. So that's all, I guess, for today. Please feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section. In case you have any requests, send me the images to my WhatsApp number, which is mentioned in the description box. So I guess that's about it. I shall catch up with you guys very soon with more interesting stuff. Until then, take care guys, stay home and stay safe. Bye bye.